Joe.
Hello, Daddy. Come to meet the new students?
Yeah, but, hey, what's the matter with the train?
Nothing, there it is.
But, it's on time. Valleywood? Hey, anyone for Valleywood Riding School?
Yes, I am.
Oh, hello. My name's Danny Grant. I've got the station wagon right outside.
And I'm Dinah Wilcox.
You're an American.
What do you know?
Hey, wait a minute. I just thought of something. There's supposed to be 2 other people on this train. They're both foreigners. One's English and one's, darned if I know.
Signor! Scusi, you tell me, please, where I find the school for horses?
Vincenzo Lolly?
Si?
Well, you're almost there. This is Dinah Wilcox, and I'm Danny Grant. Well, I'll go round up the other one, and I'll be right with you, okay?
Okay.
Oh, per favore, signorina.
Oh, thank you.
It's wonderful, no? To come here to England, to this great school. Permit me, please. I wish very much to make a good horse. How do you say it? Horse?
Horsemasters.
See? A master of the horse.
Excuse me, is there a Miss Finley in here? Miss Finley?
Mm-hmm.
Are you Miss Finley?
There's no restaurant car on the train, so I had to bring you.
Allow me.
Oh.
Thanks. No restaurant car on the train, so I had to bring my own tea. You from Valleywood?
That's right, Danny Grant.
Hello.
Hello. Well, you believe in having your tea early, don't you?
Well, I haven't eaten since lunch.
Oh, that explains it. This is Joan Finley.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Joan. Let me help you with this.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, I'll get your banjo for you.
Banjo?
This.
Oh, no, please. He's very precious. I carry him all the way from Milano.
You won't have much time for music where we're going. Oh, bye, Joe. You'll be up before 6, and you'll be feeding and grooming the horses, and you'll be so tired by the time evening comes, all you want to do is sleep.
6 in the morning? Mamma mia, it's impossible.
Oh, you'll find out. Will you meet Janet Hale?
Who is she?
The new chief riding instructor.
What's she like?
Well, they say she's human, but so far nobody's ever actually produced any evidence to prove it.
Good boy, David. Good boy. You ready? All right, come on.
Very nice, Janet. You and Pennant certainly go well together.
He's a wonderful horse, Major Brooke.
Well, he goes with your new job. He's yours, as long as you're my chief instructor.
Oh, good boy. He'll see me through, sir.
Yes, of course. Well, I think we'd better get back to the school and meet your students. They'll be arriving soon.
If you're joining the course with us, how come you already know so much about the place?
Well, I've been over here a year on exchange scholarship at Oxford. I like horses, so I come down to Valleywood every vacation to help look after them. As a reward, I finally made the Horsemasters course at reduced prices. I'm what's known as a working pupil.
You mean for us there will be not so much work?
Are you kidding?
Each of these 8 kids will have a pony club certificate or a father who popped them into the saddle as soon as they could walk. They come from all over the world and they'll think they know it all.
One of these kids, as you call them, is a year older than I am, the Australian, David Lawson.
All the more reason to let him know who's in the saddle. You'll have complete authority over the Horsemasters course, and their success will depend on you, you know.
And if they fail?
Fail? Don't know the word. Don't let them know it either. People are like horses, Janet. If you don't ride them, they'll ride you.
Sorry.
What's your name?
David Lawson. My humble apologies.
Mr. Lawson, you obviously know very little about horses.
What?
Oh, you'd be careful not to frighten them.
Now, look, I've been riding in Australia for 20 years. My father put me in the saddle before I could walk.
Then it's a pity he didn't teach you a few manners at the same time.
Now, wait a minute. What do you mean by that? Hey?
Or is it the custom in Australia to treat other people's property as though it were a racetrack?
I'm sorry. I didn't know you owned the place.
I don't. But I am the chief instructor of the Horsemasters course.
Oh. Should be a load of fun.
I congratulate you on being the first arrival. But as the Major won't be ready to talk to you until 5 o'clock, I suggest you fill in the time by taking that car down to the village and putting it in the garage. The next 16 weeks will be far too busy for you to need it here.
The village? That's 2 miles back.
Well, I should leave your cases at the house. It'll make the walk back so much easier. And don't forget, 5 o'clock sharp in the common room. Careful.
So you see, ladies and gentlemen, this course means hard work. 16 weeks may sound a long time, but you'll find it's only just long enough. Here, you do the lot. Grooming, feeding, cleaning the stables, veterinary instruction. You learn to ride all over again, including dressage and jumping. In fact, you won't learn about horses, and you won't pass the exam at the end of the course unless you're prepared to sweat a bit. But I'm quite sure you will all enjoy it. Now, any questions?
Please, Major Brooke, what does it mean to sweat?
To sweat. Faire la perspiration, Mademoiselle Roland.
Ah oui? Formidable. Très gentil.
The rabbit fund, Major. You've forgotten the rabbit fund.
Oh, yes, I've forgotten the rabbit fund. I've also forgotten Mr. Follier.
Oh.
He's our vet and our treasurer.
Hello. How do you do?
Now, the rabbit fund. Lapin, Mademoiselle. Each time you fall off your horse, it'll cost you a shilling. And each time you lose your hat, 6pence. And the money goes towards sending the British team to the next Olympic Games. And you'll be surprised how quickly it mounts up once you start jumping.
When will that be, Major?
Oh, in about 3 weeks. Something to look forward to, eh?
Yes, of course.
Major, please may I give my rabbit money for the Swedish team?
Miss Falk, you certainly may not. Your riders are good enough already without Valley Wood helping to finance them. And now I want you to meet your instructor, Miss Janet Hale. She will be in charge of the whole course, and what she says goes. And let me tell you this. If by the end of your time here you know half as much about horses as Janet, you will all make first-class instructors. All right, my dear, carry on. You're coming, Mr. Follier. Yeah.
Stand by for Nanny's welcome to the nursery.
Now, before I show you the rest of the school and the stables, I want you all to stand up as I call your names.
See what you mean.
David Lawson?
Here, matron.
Perhaps I should explain for those of you who are unfamiliar with riding schools that I'm asking you to stand in order to gauge your approximate height and weight so that I can give you the most appropriate horse. Now, Mr. Lawson, if you please. Thank you, Mr. Lawson. Penelope Sutcliffe.
We're poor little colts who have gone astray. Ba, ba, ba. We're learning to ride in the Major's way. Ba, ba, ba. 16 weeks of acute remorse. 16 weeks on a riding course. 16 weeks on a flipping horse. Ba, ba, ba. We've traveled miles across land and home. Ba, ba, ba. And most of us wish we were safe at home. Ba, ba.
All right. Work starts properly tomorrow. I've told you which horses you're to look after, and now I'm going to divide you into 2 groups. One will be called Blue Ride, and the other Red Ride.
Gets more like a kid's school every minute.
Blue Ride will consist of David, Joan, Dinah, and Danny. And Red Ride, Vincenzo, Ingrid, Adrian, and Penny. Now, you'll compete against each other. Black marks will be given for any form of slackness, and merit marks for any good work. At the end of the course, the winning ride gets one of these cups.
If there are 4 of us, how do we divide it up?
If you don't, it stays here in the school with your names engraved on it.
Oh, it stays here? Wow. I call that really worth winning.
Sometime, David, take a really good look at these. You'll find the names of some of the most famous riders in the world. You might even consider they're worth joining. All right, that's all I have to say. Except to suggest that you have an early night. We have to be up at 5:30 in the morning. And it would be nice if we could get through the first day without any black marks. Wouldn't it, Joan? Good night.
Does she ever smile?
We're chased and chivied by Janet Hale. Scrub that stable and tug that pail. Sometimes it feels like we're locked in jail.
All right, easy, boy, easy. It's only me. Just come to say good night. You know, it's all your fault. I've only taken the job because of you. And they're a tough bunch. I can't manage on my own. You'll have to help me see it through. Yes? All right, we'll manage. 5:30. Everybody up. Lovely morning. Diana, get a move on. Ingrid. Ingrid. I want everybody down in the stables in 15 minutes.
Okay, Penny. Rise and shine.
Oh,
Come on.
torture.
I know, but it's the rules. Into the bathroom.
Impossible. It's ridiculous. We got 15 minutes to get to the stables. It takes me longer than that to put my makeup on. Just by the horse, mind. This is ridiculous. These English, they are uncivilized.
Can you give me a hand with Joan? It's like trying to wake a log of wood.
There's only one way to do it.
She's still asleep. I can't believe it.
I leave it to you.
Okay. Sorry, Joan, but this is for the sake of Blue Ride.
Oh! Oh! What do you want to do that for?
Come on, into the bathroom.
Better. Oh, really?
It is a lovely morning, Miss Hale.
It was. It's now a very bad morning. Now, pay attention, everyone. We have 16 weeks to complete this course successfully, and we shall not do so unless everybody obeys instructions. You were supposed to be in this yard at 5:45. It's now 5:50, and it's not good enough. Don't let it happen again. Now, muck sacks everyone and move. Morning, Miss Hale. You have 20 seconds to get to your stable.
Ah, Miss Hale. I slept like a top. I was still half asleep. I came around the wrong way.
You're late.
Sorry, just can't run before breakfast.
Blue Ride has started the course well. 5 black marks, all earned by David Lawson for being more than 5 minutes late for mucking out.
Now, look, that's not fair. Why do you have to be so long-faced about everything, eh?
Oh, knock it off, David. Get a move on.
David, you really must learn to run, unless you want Blue Ride to get even further behind. Come along, Penny. Spread your muck sack and put your back into it. That's honest-to-goodness manure, not rose petals.
That girl has a quite remarkable talent for stating the obvious.
Feed! Feed, everyone! Joan! Oh, no. Sweep it all up again and hurry. You'll be last for the feed.
That'll be a change.
Well, teacher, don't I get an apple?
What for?
Well, maybe you didn't notice, but I'm first in the line.
Well, that's better than being last, isn't it? Come on, hurry up. Come on, Dinah.
Corny's a lovely horse, Miss Hale.
Well, hurry it up. You haven't got all day. No!
Oh.
Never, never, never use a dandy brush on a horse's tail.
I'm sorry, Miss Hale, but there is so much to remember. This gosh, that gosh, dindy dandy, I don't know.
Don't worry. You'll be all right by the time I've finished with you. Oh, cheer up, Joan. You get your breakfast soon. Horses come first, you know.
It's no good. I can't stand it.
Harder than that, David. It's good for him.
I know someone else it'd be good for, too.
Right, yards in 5 minutes, everyone. Yards in 5 minutes.
I'm so tired.
You're not the only one.
All right, breakfast. Breakfast, everyone. I said breakfast, Joan. Oh.
One thing bothers me. Do we ever get to actually ride the horses?
Ride, prepare to mud. And mud. Cross stirrups. Now then, to strengthen your muscles, arms outstretched, with your right hand touch your right toes. Down.
Never, never lose your hat on a horse, Mr. Lawson, even a wooden one. Chalk up his black marks, Janet. Old army joke, Mr. Lawson.
These men must have died laughing.
Space out, everyone. Space out. 4 feet between each horse. Dinah, you're crowding copper. Ingrid, ride him tight up into the corners. Don't cut them. Vincenzo, Clatterboy's lazy. Give him a tap. No, not there, boy. If someone hit you on the chest, you'd go backwards. On the rump, for heaven's sake. Adrienne, heels down. Leading file, change the rein. Right, halt. Joan, what do you think you're doing?
He went the wrong way, sir.
You went the wrong way, Joan. Ride, relax.
As for you, young lady, if you want to finish this course, you'd better start by concentrating. Join the ride.
Yes, sir.
Now, when they've learned to listen and to understand simple instructions, I'll have another look at them. At this rate, the course won't take 16 weeks, it'll take 16 years.
All right, now pay attention, everyone. Right. Walk march. Dinah, hold him on the bit. Keep your heels down, Joan. Right, trot. Vincenzo, keep your head up. Danny, elbows in.
May we try a jump, Miss Hale? There's a low hedge at the end of this field.
All right, let's see what you can do. Space out and take it singly. You go first, David.
Okay.
Ooh. Shh, stand.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. It was Corny's fault. He pulled out at the last minute.
Corny loves jumping, Dinah. He's never refused a fence yet. You pulled him out yourself. Well, it'll cost you, all right, 5 penalties.
Oh, easy now, Miss Hale. We won't be jumping properly for weeks yet. That was just a tryout.
I'm running this course, Danny. David, go look after Corny.
Now, look,
It's all right, Danny. You're quite right, Miss Hale. It was my fault.
What's this?
My first contribution to the Rabbit Fund.
Right, prepare to trot. Trot. Keep back. Dinah, keep contact with Corny's boss. Control him. Don't let him control you. Sit down, Ingrid. Down in the saddle. Come on, keep
I think our names will look very nice on one of these cups. Don't you, Ingrid?
I think they look beautiful.
Don't you agree, David?
You're out of luck, boy. Blue Ride's gonna win this time.
I thought you told Janet all this ride business was kid stuff.
Never underestimate the power of a woman, dear.
Vraiment?
Now, I've just been adding up the score. We're still 15 points behind Red Ride. Now, Dinah, you've got to try to catch up with your jumping.
I know.
Well, what's wrong? I mean, every time you even pull out a defense, Janet dishes out the black marks.
Okay, David, she knows. Anyway, you were responsible for collecting the first ones, remember?
And Joan, you've got to learn to get out of bed in the morning.
Well, I try, but I don't seem to get enough sleep.
Well, you just have to try a little harder, won't you?
What are you doing in the tack room? Don't you want any supper?
Got it, Miss Hale, thank you.
I just came to tell you that tomorrow you'll be having a rest from me. Captain Pinsky will be instructing you in dressage.
Who's he?
He's a perfectionist. Probably knows more about dressage than anyone else in the world. So I hope you won't let me down.
We might even try not to let ourselves down, Miss Hale.
Why do you have to be so rude to her, David?
I hope you won't let me down. She thinks the whole world revolves around her.
Listen, does it ever occur to you that she may be trying to help us?
No.
You're pretty keen on getting that cup, aren't you? Well, her name's not going to be on it.
It should be, though.
Now, look, let's drop the subject, shall we?
No, he moved!
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the dressage. This is the art of perfect, invisible control of the horse by the rider. The hands, the legs, these must always move gently, always independently, always invisibly. To push, to pull, to lose the balance, this in the hunting field is all right, perhaps. But in the dressage, never, never. I think you have been practicing these things, these arts. So, now we see. Miss Wilcox, please. Please, from the halt, you go to E. Make ordinary trot and halt at B. Execute a turn in the forehand and immediately walk on and halt at M marker. You understand me?
Yes.
Good. Now, go. Very good. It is correct.
No, it is not correct. It is abominable. With the hands, one holds the forehand steady, yes? But with the legs, one so gently turns the quarters in a pivot. You kick the poor horse, Miss Wilcox, so he jumps sideways. No, this does not exist. It is abominable. I'm told they know these things. They know nothing.
I thought you did pretty well.
So, you thought she did it pretty well. What is your name, please?
David Lawson.
So, Mr. Lawson, perhaps you will be good enough to illustrate for us the art of dressage. Mr. Lawson will take the place of Miss Wilcox at M marker. Rot.
wonderful.
No! No, it is not correct. You must use living, supple leg, not a dead leg like a piece of wood. You see, you must feel with your horse, and the horse will feel with you. You kick the poor horse, Mr. Dawson, like an imbecile with stiff, dead legs. Why do you do this stupid thing? Is it possible that you learn nothing here?
Apparently it is, sir. And since I'm such an imbecile, I request permission to withdraw from the class.
Permission granted, Mr. Lawson. If you still request it after I have told you, please, a little story. Many years ago, Mr. Lawson, when I am a young man like you, I was a lieutenant in the Polish cavalry. So, one day, we're having dressage instruction like this, all the young lieutenants together. And when it is my turn, I ride the very best I can. And I think, good. It is very good. Then, when I have finished, my colonel turned to me and he screamed, "Lieutenant Pinsky, you have hands like a gorilla, like a clumsy ape." Yes, it is funny now. I smile too, but then I was a very serious young man, like you, Mr. Lawson. I dismounted, I clicked my heels together like this, I saluted. And I said to my colonel, "I request permission to resign from the cavalry." And do you know what he said to me? He said to me, "Lieutenant Pinsky, it is possible that you do not have hands like a gorilla, but you are a very insolent young man and a great fool. And if you do not mount your horse again immediately, you will not in 2 years' time be champion of Poland." So, perhaps I might borrow your horse, Mr. Lawson?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
The rest of you go into that corner, please.
So, perhaps now you understand why I shout. It is not because I'm angry, but because I know that one day you too will ride like that. I make apologies for the word imbecile, but for nothing else. I shall continue to shout, and we shall continue to work together for that day. You agree?
I certainly do, sir.
Good. We continue with the lesson. Rejoin the ride, please.
Did he become champion of Poland?
8 times, and twice Olympic champion. You're looking at one of the greatest horsemen in the world.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you into a most important secret. Whenever you do well in anything, the jumping, the dressage, anything, never be proud for yourselves. Be proud only and always for this strange, this wonderful animal, for this horse, which makes it all possible. You remember that, please. It is very important. You always remember that.
All right, now pay attention, everyone. Now, there's nothing to worry about with these quarry jumps, provided you retain perfect control over your horse the whole time. He'll be going downhill, so you must help him to keep his balance. But don't ride him too slowly, otherwise he'll lose impulse for the takeoff and hit the fences. These horses will do almost anything you ask them. But they must have confidence in you. If you panic and make a mistake, they'll do the same.
In the better class schools, they provide parachutes.
Don't worry, Dinah.
Hey, do you see who's down there? They give you your money back if you break your neck.
Why don't you shut up?
All right? Now watch very carefully, everyone.
You'd better let Danny go first. Give him confidence, hmm?
All right, everyone? Show him how it's done, Danny.
Danny?
There's nothing to it, Dinah. It's easy. Just watch me. Here we go, boy. I'm okay, Major.
Well done, boy.
Good, Danny.
Well, that's a shilling for the rabbit fund.
All right, next one, please. Dinah. Dinah? Did you hear what I said, Dinah? Dinah, you jump next.
I can't.
What did you say?
I can't do it.
What on earth do you mean? Now go ahead and take the jump. All right, take your horse down to the stable and I'll talk to you later. David, you jump next.
Dinah? What is it? What's the matter?
I'm leaving the course.
What? You can't do that.
I've made up my mind. I'm going to see the Major and tell him.
You can't just leave. There wouldn't be any more fun around here without you.
I'm sorry, Danny.
Well, look, maybe I can help you.
No, you don't understand.
But the fall? Don't let that bother you. That was my fault.
Have you ever heard of Mary Wilcox?
I sure have. She was on the American Olympic team. She was great. Here, I'll open the gate for you.
I'm her daughter.
Her daughter? Well, that settles it then. You can't quit now. Not Mary Wilcox's daughter. You have to stay.
She had an accident, Danny, a bad one. At a quarry jump.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember.
I knew she'd get up again because she always did, but this time she didn't. She just lay there until they came with the stretcher, and then she never rode again.
So, you're doing it for her?
No, she's never tried to persuade me. She just says if it's in my blood, she can't stop me, and if it's not, she can't put it there.
Dinah, did you decide to take this course?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Okay. Okay. Let's go back to the woods. Give him a little exercise.
Okay.
It's easy if you don't worry about it first.
You knew that fence was there.
Sure, Farmer Carl Nelson put it up to keep his cattle in.
Corny might have hurt himself.
But he didn't. He took the jump, and you just sat there and let him do it for you. That's the whole point, Dinah. Now will you stay?
No, I won't. You think you're so darn clever trying to trick me like that. I could slap your face. I'm sorry, Major. It's no use. I'm sorry I let you down.
Good grief, girl. You haven't let anyone down. Do you think I don't know it takes just as much courage to say what you just said to me as it does to jump 100 fences? Just think about it this evening, hmm? Just think about it.
I've come to say goodbye, Corny. I really mean it.
So you are going, eh?
Yes.
Excuse me, please. I don't want to influence you, but this I do know. You can make a good rider. You have the hands, the feel. With David Lawson, I know this, and with young Danny, and with you.
You think I'm a coward, don't you?
No. I understand your fear very well, because so often I too have been frightened. Oh, yes. Once I break a leg and an arm, and I think never again will they speak so gently to a horse. But they mend, and I ride again. A big international horse show here in England. But my fear did not mend. I waited my turn to jump, and I knew that I could not face it. And then another rider from another country, you know, an opponent, came to me and said, Stefan, I understand your fear of these jumps, because so often I have felt it too. But when I do, I say to myself, throw your heart over first, and then jump after it. So I went out into the arena, and I had a clear round, and I won the competition. All because of what this rider, she was your mother, Dinah. Because of what your mother said to me. Throw your heart over first, and then jump after it. Good night.
I'm looking for Dinah, Captain Pinsky. Have you seen her?
She's in the yard.
Has she decided what to do?
I don't think so. Not yet. No. Let's leave her to make up her own mind, shall we?
This is it, Corny. Please help me. Please. Okay. Once more, boy.
You did it. I knew you would. You did it, Dinah.
It was corny. I just sat there like you said. He loves jumping.
Okay, then. Let's give him some. Come on.
What are you waiting for?
Nothing. A lovely service, Major.
You know David Lawson, Vicar?
Oh, hello, Janet. How do you do, sir?
How are you, my boy?
Excuse me, sir. Are you walking back?
Yes.
Oh, do you mind if I tag along?
There's no law against it.
What about David and Janet, hmm? Amazing what a dress can do after 3 months of job purse.
I was wondering...
Sorry.
No, it was me.
Yes?
You know what hits me about this place? It's so small and green. In Queensland, everything's brown. Yeah, it's kind of handsome, though, you know, but, the hills are purple and blue, and the fields stretch for miles. Well, you know, you can feel the space.
You can't wait to get back, I suppose.
You bet.
Come on, I'm late.
What's the big rush?
Well, Sunday's the only day I have to catch up with my paperwork.
Wait a few minutes.
I'm paid to do a job.
Well, sure, but do you have to push it so hard? Why can't you relax for once? Okay. I'm sorry I spoke.
I'm sorry, too. I'd like to stay and talk, really, but the job comes first.
I can't make you out.
Then I shouldn't try. Come on.
And no one asked for your opinion.
Isn't it wonderful? The whole day with nothing to do but relax.
I'm going to spend the entire afternoon lying in a beautiful hot bath, eating toasted buns and chocolate. Oh!
Oh, no, you're not.
What are you hiding in there
Why
for?
weren't you in
If you just give me a minute, I'll explain. You know that horse we were talking about last night?
Uh-huh.
The big brown stallion that bolted from Mr. Lawson's stable?
Yeah?
Well, I found him.
You mean you caught him?
Not yet, but we're going to.
We?
Yes, we, the blue ride. Let's see, we'll need all 4 of us and horses and a rope. Are you with me?
Yeah. Where is he?
He's in the forest. I saw him about a half an hour ago. Come on, we can't waste time.
Great idea. Come on, Joan.
Well, what about my toasted buns?
Look, Mr. Lawson will be so grateful, he'll give you a whole bath full of toasted buns. Now get your pants on and hurry.
I enjoyed our walk. It was nice to talk to you.
So did I.
I must go and change.
I like you in that dress. You look a real beaut.
Thank you.
I think I'll just stick around here and wait a while.
All right.
Did you hear that?
She was singing.
And smiling.
Miracles will never see. Hey, where's the car?
Ooh, hey!
Hey, what's the big rush?
You're just the man we need. Go on, girls. Now we've got the whole of Blue Run, and we're going to have more fun than we've ever had since we came here, and earn a stack of merit marks while we're at it. I'll tell you about where we get the horses. Come on. Get off, everybody. Now, take it quietly now. This is where I first saw him. Look. Quick, get your horses tied up.
He's magnificent.
David, you and Dinah walk around behind him. Joan, you and I will close in from here. And for Pete's sake, keep quiet, everybody.
Okay.
Come on.
Come on.
What do we do if he bolts?
If he bolts, we bolt after him. You go around over there.
You take this side.
Okay.
Are you all right?
Let's go after him.
Atta girl. Come on, everybody, get your horses. Let's go this way and cut him off. Get off, everybody. We've got him now.
What a horse.
All of you stay here. This is his only way out.
Okay.
Be careful, Danny.
Good boy.
Easy, boy. It's okay. It's okay. Whoa, boy. Whoa, boy. Easy, fella. Steady, boy. Easy, boy. It's all right, fella.
He's got him quiet.
He's okay.
Oh, wonderful.
Well done.
It's all right. Everything's gonna be all right. I'm gonna take you home. Come on.
He looks as good as new.
You feel better now, don't you, boy?
Wait till Mr. Lawson sees him.
He'll be tickled pink.
Got it.
Oh, hello, Miss Hale. We've just caught the stallion for Mr. Lawson.
So I see.
I guess he'll be kind of pleased, huh? Nothing wrong, is there?
Wrong? You take the horses out without permission, you ride them until they're ready to drop, then you come back, shove them in the stables and leave them, and you ask me if there's anything wrong?
We watered them, rubbed them down.
Is that all? They should have been half-groomed at least.
Miss Hale?
Be quiet. Did those horses ever once let you down? Did they? But now, when they need something in return, what do? You go off and leave them. The first thing you do when you've ridden a horse, the first thing is to look after his comfort. His whole comfort. And I don't just mean a quick rub down and a drink of water. Marvelous horsemasters you turned out to be. All right. If you want to learn the hard way, you will now stay and thoroughly groom your horses. You will then clean every inch of this stable yard. And tomorrow on your day off, you can come back and do the whole thing again. And it will cost you 4 black marks each, a total of 16 in all.
Anybody got any loose horses they want catching?
The poor little colts who have gone astray, ba, 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 trying to ride in Blue Ride's way, ba, ba, ba. 16 marks of blackest hue, 16 marks for all of you, 16 marks for poor old you. Ah! Ba, ba.
Want a bun?
No, thanks. Ready to go? Right, all together now.
Faithful little colts who've gone astray, ba, 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 trying to ride in Blue Ride's way, ba, ba, ba.
In the bathroom.
60 marks of blackened hue.
Now, listen, everybody. We've got to make up those 16 marks.
Janet's not here yet. We've beaten her to it.
Feel as if I've been up all night.
Let's get cracking before the others arrive, okay?
Okay.
It's time to start on the stables. Come on.
Hey!
What's the matter? Can't you get up early in the morning?
Which of you put the cotton wool in my alarm clock?
Vincenzo, how could you have such a suspicious mind? It's Pennant.
Why, he's fallen. Oh, poor
Hold it. Hold it, everyone. Vincenzo, Shadow's already settled up. Get him out quick, will you? Danny, give him a hand. The rest of you get on with your normal work.
Yes, of course. What are you going to do?
Gotta go and find Janet. She's probably hurt herself. Can you look after Pennant?
Sure.
By the time I get back, I want this yard looking cleaner than it's ever looked before. You sure what we can do when she's not breathing down our necks?
Janet hurt in the fall, it does not seem possible.
Why not? She's only human, isn't she? Wow. Janet? Janet! Come on, boy. Janet? Janet? Janet?
Oh.
Janet? Janet?
I'm here.
You okay?
Yes, I think so. I just hurt my ankle.
We all thought you'd broken your neck.
What about Pennant? Did he get back?
Yes, he's fine.
You're sure he's all right? He took a terrible fall.
No, it's just a small cut, nothing serious. He's in good hands. Oh, how about this ankle?
There's no bones broken. We're just resting up before the long walk home.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find me? I don't usually ride this way.
I tracked you.
Tracked me?
Well, I used to be quite good at it when I was a kid. Now, there's nothing broken.
Come on, give me a hand up. I'm perfectly all right. Must get back. I have all the horses to look after.
Perfectly all right, eh?
It's just this ankle.
Well, take your time. There's no hurry. I said take your time.
Look, I have work to do, and so have you.
Sure, the work.
David, I didn't mean to sound ungrateful. Thank you for coming to look for me.
I'm like that.
I know what you and the others think about me. You see, it's just that I...
Yeah?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's get back.
Okay.
Put me down. I can walk. Now, look, I'm not a baby. Put me down at once. David, put me down. What you doing?
You're so darn independent all the time. You just said you could walk. Okay, walk. Like a lift, lady?
Thank you.
If she shuts us now, I swear I'll kill her. Forgot this. Oh, won't be a sec.
I've done it again. Haven't I?
I want to thank you all for looking after tenants. But I also want to say this. Never in my whole life have I seen horses so well groomed or a stable yard so well cleaned. And if Joan can bring herself to carry her mucksack properly, and if you can change in time for Mr. Folliot's lecture in exactly 20 minutes, I'm even beginning to think you might possibly get somewhere near passing your examinations.
Well, what do you know? What's happened to this girl?
Well, so much for the anatomy of the horse. Now for the ills, diseases, etc., etc. Colic. That's a heading. Write it down. Colic's bellyache. Don't write that down. Sounds undignified, but that's what it is. Causes. Unsuitable food. That could be moldy hay. It could be too much new oats or green food or too much boiled grain. I'll come to the treatment in a minute. But if the pain is not relieved within an hour, send for the vet.
Sent for the flaming vet the moment I heard his tummy rumbling.
I don't want to spoil your amusement, ladies and gentlemen, but I must remind you that I'm going over all these details once again for a very special reason. Your examinations take place tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I'll never pass it.
I've got butterflies right here.
Well, the horse hasn't, Miss Wilcox. It's got colic. Now, perhaps you would tell me, as you may have to tell the examiner tomorrow, exactly how you would administer a colic drench.
This is Mr. Harry Cole, your examiner. He's the master of the Valleywood Foxhounds, which is just about the finest pack in England. He expects a high standard, and I expect you to give it to him. Mr. Cole?
Morning. Now your attention, please. From the right, number. 1,
2,
3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Leading file from the right, walk, march. Right. Walk. Right. Prepare to touch. Rut. They're doing very well.
Now that all the examinations have been completed, Mr. Cole has one or two things he wants to say to you.
Well, there are just two things. First, we are holding our opening meet of the season tomorrow. Before that, there's going to be a cross-country race for members of the hunt. And I'd like two people from the school to compete in it. Miss Janet Hale and the pupil who's been selected as the best all-round rider in the course, Mr. David Lawson.
Congratulations, David.
Thank you. Now, I know you're all waiting to hear the results of the examination, but I can't tell you that officially until these written papers have been checked. However, I'd be very glad if every one of you would ride to hounds with me tomorrow after the race. And in case you're any good at reading between the lines, I'm very proud of my pack of hounds. And I shouldn't dream of asking any of you to come out with us unless I was absolutely plumb certain you had all passed the examinations with flying colors.
Thank you, Major.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. Now, just a minute. Just a minute. Before you all start congratulating yourselves, I suggest you thank the person chiefly responsible for getting you through, Janet Hale.
Thank you. Well, I've been chasing you and chivvying you for the past 16 weeks. And I'm not going to apologize because, quite frankly, you needed it. But I thought you might like to know which ride has won the cup. As you know, it's the one with the most merit marks after black marks have been subtracted. The result is as follows. Blue Ride, 74 merit marks. Red Ride, 74 merit marks. So you all get your name on the cup. It's the first time this has happened, and it couldn't have happened to a better course.
We're chased and chivied by Janet Hale. Scrub that stable and tote that pail. But if it wasn't for her, we all of us fail. Ba, ba, ba.
Doesn't matter where you are when guitars are strumming. From Bombay to Zanzibar, everyone starts humming. From Marseille to Istanbul, Iowa to Dover, humming is the language of love the whole world over. So ho hum, let's sing a strumming song. Oh hum, let's sing a strumming song. Ho hum, one that we can hum along. Ho hum, one that we can hum along. Let's relax, lying on our backs and hum hum hum, strumming hum 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 hum, strumming song. Hum hum hum, strumming song. Sometimes at the end of day, when you're feeling blue and you miss your home sweet home, here's the thing to do. Hum a little strumming song that is bright and gay, and your cares before too long will fly, fly away. So ho hum, let's sing a strumming song. Ho hum, let's sing a strumming song. Ho hum, one that we can hum along. Ho hum, one that we can hum along. Let's relax, lying on our backs and hum, 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 song. So if you can't go out at night and the moonlight's beaming, if you hum a strumming song, it sets your heart to dreaming, dreaming of the song of love that you'll hum someday with the one you're dreaming of who's far, far away. So ho hum, let's sing a strumming song. Ho hum, let's sing a strumming song. Ho hum, one that we can hum along. Ho hum, one that we can hum along. Close your eyes, start to harmonize and hum, 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 all together. So if you can't go out at night and the moonlight's beaming, if you hum the strumming song, it sets your heart to dreaming, dreaming of the song of love that you'll hum someday with the one you're dreaming of who's far, far away.
Well, what's the matter with you now? We all passed our exams. I want you at the party.
It's the race tomorrow.
The race? What about the race?
The Major's had a bid for pennant.
He doesn't have to accept it.
Well, it's the policy of the school. If they can sell it a profit, then they have to.
Oh. Is it a firm offer?
Will be if I win on him.
If you win, you haven't got a chance. I'm riding in the race, remember? I'll beat you by miles.
You think you'll beat me?
Well, of course I will. So you haven't got anything to worry about, have you?
Well, you conceited Australian.
Do you understand women? Of course you do. You're a mare.
Would you care to dance?
I don't mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vallewood Hunt cross-country race will begin in 5 minutes. Riders, please assemble at the starting line now.
Good luck, sir.
Good luck, Johnny. Goodbye, Janet.
Good luck, David.
Bye.
All right, all of you, over the other side.
Right now, you've all walked the course, but I'll just remind you once more. There are 12 jumps in all. Down the hill, over the hedge here, and turn left into the wood. Follow the ride round, out over there, across that meadow, over the hedge, down the hill into the last 2 fences, and finish here on the start line. All right, everyone? Now start on the drop of the flag.
Good luck, David.
Same to you, Janet.
To win.
You lose pennant.
I don't care. I'm going to win.
Are you all right?
Oh, go away.
Yes, but are you all right?
Yes, go away.
David. David?
Where am I?
David.
Janet.
Are you all right?
I think I'll live.
What?
I can't believe
believe it. You mean you actually care more about me than you do about your horse? You've probably lost pennant, you know, by winning the race.
Why, you...
Australian.
Janet? I have a very serious matter to discuss. I've received 2 bids for pennant. The first is from a Mr. Forbes for £350, and the other is from an agent acting on behalf of certain young people, representing a Miss Janet Hale. Now, naturally, our policy is always to accept the best price, but in this particular case, bearing in mind the sort of home the horse will go to, I feel we might accept the lower sum. So pennant is therefore knocked down to Miss Hale's agent for the sum of £32, 8 shillings and 4 pence. Oh, yes, and a used Italian stamp of doubtful value. Well, in other words, she's yours. I think you ought to thank your agent.
Well, who is it?
Me?
Oh, David.
Would you care to dance?
Go and wash your face.
Have I gone mad, Stefan?
You've always been mad, George. To spend one's whole life teaching young people to love horses in the middle of this great scientific 20th century. This is quite mad, you know? Quite mad.
Hounds, gentlemen, please.